not a prophet. What do you know about Simon Peter?
What
do you know about Peter?
He's like Peter?
Huh?
No.
What do we know about Peter? Disciple? That's right. Anybody else? Naomi? Have you ever heard of him?
His name starts with P.
Huh?
That's all I know.
What?
His name starts with a P.
Alright. Ria, what do you got on Simon Peter?
Simon Peter was the Son of God.
Okay. We all are. What else?
Simon Peter was a apostle.
Hey, listen. Stand up because it looks like you think I'm playing. Stand up and read it louder because I'm deaf in one ear and the cameras can't hear you, so you need to speak up.
Simon Peter was a servant.
Okay? This things that you guys could have said, right?
Yeah.
If we knew who he was.
Simon was no Simon. Or Jonah.
Oh my God. What did you say?
I said Jonah.
He was a what?
I said Simon was known Simon or Jonah.
I still don't understand.
It looks like he was giving him like another name. Simon was known as Simon Bar Jonah.
Okay.
Simon Peter was
A great
Jonah.
Agree what?
A great Jonah.
fisher.
A great
Fisher.
fisher. Okay.
Simon Peter was a disciple.
Mm-hmm.
Simon Peter was a
All right. Is that all we got?
Rice love Simon Peter.
Okay. Sit down. So Simon Peter is a disciple. When my kids asked me who he was, the way I remember him is he is the one who was really hardcore for Christ, and he's the one who, when Christ said, "One of you is going to deny me 3 times," and he was sitting at the last dinner, he said, "I'll die for you right now. It'll never be me." That's Simon Peter, and he's the one who, when he was getting crucified on the way over there, he denied him 3 times, just like Christ said. You remember now who he is?
Yeah.
That's Peter, right? Okay. You guys, this is a person that is not named all over the Bible. We have to know who he is because he was the lead. Wasn't he the leader of the disciples?
Peter, he was the disciple that the church was built on. He was the cornerstone, yeah.
Right.
So yeah, you could say he's the head
So he was
cornerstone.
like the head of the disciples. So and you guys had to know that too. Okay. Mawala, who you got?
I have a Simon.
Excuse me?
Samson.
Sit right.
Stand up.
Okay.
Stand up.
Before you, no, there you go, 2 legs. Stand there and then hold on a second. Before we go into what he found out, what do you know about Samson? Everybody give me an answer. You can't answer. Because we watched him. Yeah.
His hair doesn't give him strength.
What does?
His hair. Oh, the Most High does.
Most items, okay? No. We're not playing, it's actually for real. Sit up. Stand up.
He was like a really strong person.
He was a really strong person? Uh-huh.
His Delilah cut his hair off.
Okay, yeah.
I was gonna say he loved the girl named Delilah.
He loved the man named Naomi, do you know Samson? Okay? So Naomi doesn't know, we're gonna tell her a little bit about Samson. What else do we know about him? Aria, you know who Samson is?
Get off that phone.
No.
Okay? Yeah.
He killed his army with the skull of cattle.
He sure did that.
Oh.
What else? What else do we know about him?
He
Hey.
a lion.
He killed a lion with his bare hands.
Oh, and
Hold on.
And a bear, I think.
Say what?
And a bear, I think. Yeah, right. He did it.
I think that was David.
No,
The bear wasn't Samson.
Oh.
Okay, now we're gonna go for what Maola found out on Samson.
Samson, when he killed the lion, after
No, I need you to go to your notes because you wrote more than just what he killed the lion.
Samson was born in a city called Zariah,
So now we know when he was born.
Mona is his dad.
How do you say that?
Manoah.
Manoah.
Manoah is his dad. His wife had, Manoah's wife could not have kids.
So now we know that Manoah's mother was barren. She was not supposed to have kids.
Oh, right. I forgot.
Did anybody know that already?
Yes.
No, right? We didn't know that. What else?
His wife had a son and called him Samson.
Okay, so before that, an angel showed up to the wife and said, "You're gonna have a son." And there's a son. She called him Samson. This son was supposed to serve the Most High, right? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Israel was not listening, so they
This is
just
before Samson was born. So Israel wasn't. We were at the time where Israel wasn't listening.
accepted that they are slaves.
Yeah, they just gave in to the Philistines.
He could not cut his hair.
So you're reading things out of order. So the Samson's mother is a Nazarite. Nazarites have this certain vows that they have to commit, which are you can't do what?
You can't cut your hair, or drink wine or grapes or anything unclean, or touch anything unclean.
Unclean, yeah.
Is it like we're not supposed, like the men aren't supposed to have their beards?
Yeah. But the Nazarites have a specific thing. When you look up Nazarite, it gives you the definition that you can't drink wine and you can't cut your hair. Like you can't cut your hair, and you can't touch unclean things, which is what we're not supposed to do. So go ahead.
Samson was supposed to be about Israel,
Yes, he was supposed to be about Israel.
but when he gets older, he seems to be about himself.
Okay, that sounds like a lot of us, right? Okay, what else?
Samson's weaknesses were women. I'm pretty sure.
Samson's weaknesses were women. Okay.
What?
So he's a strong man, but he had a weakness.
Women?
Yes.
What? That's how he met.
What else?
She wasn't all that.
Oh wait, I already said that.
What else?
When he kills the lion with his bare hands, when he goes back to the lion, in the lion's carcasses there was a
Help mom?
A honeycomb?
A honeycomb?
his bare hands when he came back to the lion and he saw that bees made honey in the lion's carcass,
Uh-huh.
and he ate the honey from the lion's carcass.
So he goes and kills the lion with his bare hands, which he's not supposed to, because it's unclean. And then he walks away, comes back, and the lion, dead, laying on the ground. Bees have made honey on that. So he's like, okay, let's have some. Get some honey from the dead lion and eat some. And then what he does with that?
And gave some to his mom and dad.
Oh, yeah,
Which
I remember.
they didn't know that it was unclean, of course. So he's making them do something bad. Now we're talking about somebody great who's made mistakes, obviously.
And his weakness is women.
Hey, what else you got?
That was
You didn't write anything else? Okay, who knows the rest?
that was like stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what is that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wasn't like Delilah? She was like asking him for something. I guess like.
So there's some things there's some things
His
about,
weakness. She was
there
asking.
were some things I'm already to write down that we actually go over.
She was asking.
He was in love with this Philistine, it's a girl, and the parents were upset, but what the parents didn't know is that the Most High made it like this. He made it to that this man's weakness is a woman, and he falls in love with a Philistine so he can get mixed in with them, right? So somehow she causes him to fall asleep on her lap. Now we know the times that she asked him, what gives you strength, and he lies to her a few times. But the last time, he says, "Oh, it's my hair." So she cuts it all off, and then what happens?
Oh right. This makes sense now. He was in strength, and then he pushed.
No, you're skipping things. Then she calls the Philistine because that's what she was doing, and then what do they do to him?
They take out his eyes.
They tie him down. They take out his eyes, and then what? They take him prisoner, right?
And then he repented.
And then before that, and then they wanted to have fun with him, so they bring him out, tied up, no eyes, and they put him where?
And
the two pillars.
That was holding what they were staying at. And what he did before anything happened? And
He prayed, but wasn't he held captive for like 50, like?
he was held captive, but we're skipping the whole time because I want you guys to know the.
Wait. How many years was he captive?
uh,
50? Like on the pillar?
No.
Oh.
They brought him to the pillar to have fun with him.
Ew. Okay. That.
Where's where's Samson?
Samson's
Judges.
Judges
Yeah, I was
14
hoping he remembers.
to 16.
Thank you though. Judges what?
14.
Okay, I didn't read how long he. Do you know how long he was captive? What's up?
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah, I don't remember reading. I don't know. I didn't know if you said the time that he was captive. How long? All over, girl.
What's
Okay,
this called?
we'll find it. Okay, so when he was tied between when he was tied and he was between the towers, what did he do?
He repented.
He prayed to the Most High.
Oh,
and-
right. That.
Right, and he repented and he said, I did wrong, and the Most High forgave him. So what happened after that? The Most High was back with him,
And
he still has short hair, by the way. So that shows that the strength wasn't his physical hair. And then what did he do?
He pushed the nose and killed him.
But he died too. Yeah, that's how he dies. That's the end of him. Now we gotta know the back end, how he got there. We gotta know everything. We can't just know he's a strong man and he killed a lion and he got captive and then he destroyed everything. We gotta know everything. You're right, Delilah is not important in the story, but she is. So we gotta know everything before her and after. Okay? But who you got?
King David. I have King David.
So wait, let's see who knows about King David.
Wait, never mind. Wait.
What's up, Ariane? Before you raise your hand, have your thought ready.
Okay, wasn't he the one who had, I think he was the one who had relations with a horse?
What?
Yeah. Or was it the wrong one?
That's Alexander the Great.
Wrong person.
What?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that was Alexander. Okay, never mind.
That was Alexander the Great.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, I have to say something about that.
He killed the giant by stone.
No, that's King David. King David.
Oh, sorry.
It's the same.
It's the same person.
David is
and
David.
David are the same
There's
Whoa.
Well, he wasn't a king all the time.
Yeah.
All right, Naomi, what you know about David?
I know that he killed Goliath with the rock and the sling.
Okay, anything else? Nothing else.
He has no relation to your character.
Oh, wait, oh, Judah. And he's the father of Daniel.
He's the father of Daniel. What's up? I can't hear you.
He killed the giant with a stone.
Yes, everybody seems to know that part, so we
He's
got
a
that one
king.
down. He's a king. Awesome. Awesome. What else you know? Anything else? All right, let us know about King David.
Okay, so King David is described in the Hebrew Bible as the second king of the United Kingdom of Israel and Judah. David is a young shepherd chosen by the Most High for his pure heart, who first gains fame as a musician and later by killing Goliath. King David was born in Bethlehem, the youngest son of Jesse and the tribe of Judah. He was the tribe of Judah. I found this in 1 Samuel 16, chapter 16, verse 1 through 11. The book of Samuel describes God's repudiation of a monarch. I don't know how to pronounce this name. It's
Monarchy.
Monarch.
Worse than yours.
Read it again.
Monarch.
It's Monarchic.
It's for the IC.
Monarchy.
Monarch for the IC.
I see Monarchic. Is it a person?
Yeah.
No, it's a thing.
Read it from the sentence.
The book of Samuel describes God's repudiation
Reputation?
of a monarchic
Maybe you read it right.
line arising from the northern tribe of Benjamin due to the sinfulness of King Saul, which was then bestowed onto the tribe of Judah for all time in the person of King David.
Okay.
1 Samuel 17.
Monarchic. So it's talking about the line, the lineage. Monarch.
The first book of Samuel portrays David as the 8 sons of Jesse of Bethlehem. His mother is not named in any book of the Bible, but the Talmud it identifies her as Mitzvah, daughter of Adel. This was in 1 Samuel 17:12. His wife, David, was married to Ahinoam, Abigail, Maacah, Haggith, Abital, and Ekla. During the 17 and a half years he regained in Hebron as king of Judah. After David moved his capital to Jerusalem, he married Bathsheba. Each of his 6 wives bore David a son, while Bathsheba bore him 4 sons. I found this in 2 Samuel chapter 3, verse 1 through 5, which states his wives and children. His children in 1 Chronicles 3, chapter 3, verse 1 through 3, it tells me that his children are Amon, whose mother was Ahinoam from Jezreel, Daniel, whose mother was Abigail from Carmel, Absalom, whose mother was Maacah, daughter of King Talmai of Geshur, Adonijah, whose mother was Haggith, Shephatiah, whose mother was Abital, Ithream, whose mother was Eglah. I found this in First Chronicles 3, verse 1 through 3. King David is known for killing the giant Goliath, for he was the only one who had enough courage to actually try and take him down, and he did take him down. His strengths and flaws. One of his strengths is that he was chosen by the Most High, and he had the most courage in the kingdom. One of his flaws was when he lost one of his unborn children, because the Most High cursed him for a sin that he committed, and the sin was because he had adulterated with another person, I think Uriah.
Or was married?
Yeah. And then got him killed. Yeah. And then married her, so he had his first child killed.
Okay, good job. Zero. Who do you have?
Elijah.
Alright, what do we know about him? Yes.
He popped out of nowhere.
He popped out of nowhere. When you raise your hand, did you have a thought already?
I did think I said it.
Okay.
Was he a prophet?
Was he a prophet? Yes. What?
Didn't he walk with Christ?
I don't remember.
No,
I
that
think
was
that was Elisha. I think that was Elisha.
No. No. Naomi, what do you know about him? Naomi. Anything? Joanne?
Isn't he Judah?
You know what? We tried to look for the tribe and we couldn't find it. Because it doesn't speak about the parents.
Because he doesn't.
Aria, you know anything about Elijah? No? Okay. No one knows anything about him, so you're open. You can read, girl. Okay. If you don't know anything about him, you should write it down because you should know who he is. So grab your pens and open up the paper. Go.
Okay, King Ahab was ruling over Israel with Jezebel, his wife. Jezebel told Ahab how to rule Israel.
So what that meant is that King Ahab, had a wife, and she basically told him what to do. She run him. Something that's not supposed to happen, right? Right? So that's what's going on right now. So they're doing whatever they want with Israel.
Israel was worshiping other gods. Elijah showed up out of nowhere and says to the king, "There shall not be rain nor dew these years."
So all this is going on, and they're worshiping two gods, and some of them are so-called worshiping the Most High, the other one's worshiping another god. I don't know what the name of the other god. And Elijah just shows up and steps up to the king, and he's like, "There will be no rain or dew until I say there will be again." Randomly. It doesn't say where he come from, does it? Right? It just he just walks up. Okay?
The Most High told Elijah to go live by the brook, and ravens will bring him food.
So he was like, "Go away from the king. Go live by this place where that has water, and they have birds bringing him food." Well, come sit down. You're gonna take too long. You're gonna miss everything. Come sit down.
Here, I have one.
That sounds cool.
Most High told Elijah to leave to the brook. Most High told Elijah to leave because the brook ran out of rain and he went to Zephyrath.
Okay.
Go to Zephyrath and the widow will feed him.
So he said, "Okay, leave the brook now and go to this one city, and there's gonna be a widow who's going to take care of you."
I read the story. We should rock.
Go ahead.
It was amazing.
Elijah asked the widow for food. She only had enough for her and her to make him some food, and then the leftovers for her and her son. And God will not let you earn it for them.
Right, so he walks up to this girl, random guy walks up to this one lady, and he's like, bring me something to drink. And she gets up and she goes gets it, and then he's like, and bring me some food. And she's like, I only have enough for me and my son, and after that we'll die of hunger. And he's like, no, go make me a little cake. He actually says, give me a little cake and some food, and then make some for yourself. And then he says, and then she looks at him and she's like, all right, let's do this. So they walk up there, and then he does it. And then he tells her, what? You remember that part? But he says that, the Most High will always make sure that you have food forever. Okay.
One day, the widow's son got sick and died. When Elijah approached her, she thinks it's all her sins in the past that killed her son.
So he says, so the son dies, and she says, man of God, get away from me. Did you come here to remind me of my sins, and you kill my son? Because you know that if you sin, the Most High punishes you. So she's thinking, you kill my son because you punished me for what I did wrong in the past, right?
Elijah asked God why he killed the son of the widow, and he begged him to bring the son back.
Right, so he's like, give me your son. He goes somewhere else and prays to the Most High, why are you killing the son of the woman who's taking care of me? Give him back his life. And the Most High does it.
Elijah and Ahab met up. Ahab asked, why are you causing trouble in Israel? Are you causing trouble in Israel? Elijah said, no, you are.
Yeah.
Elijah asked Ahab to send him Israel. Elijah asked Israel how they are going to choose between two gods. No one answered. They both did a test together, wood and meat, and pray to their gods. Whoever lights on fire is God.
Okay, so she's reading horrible, but basically, Elijah is telling Israel, you have to pick between one or the other god. You can't serve two gods. So everybody's quiet. So he said, we're going to make a test. You guys will put wood down and put one of those big bowls down there, and I'll do the same thing. And whoever answers, and then you're going to pray to your God to light fire onto the wood. And whatever God answers with fire, that's the real God. So he's like, you got to go first. So everybody's dancing around and praying to the God and dancing, doing it for a long time. And Elijah started to laugh, maybe he's asleep. Maybe, I don't know, say it louder. Maybe he can't hear you. Because, he knew what was going to happen. No fire happened to that guy. He's like, right, my turn. He had everything built up, laid out, same way as the other guys.
Was he the only one that was there?
He was by himself.
Okay.
Of course, if somebody helped him, but it was just him. And then he looks up and he's like, God, light is on fire. It was so much that everything just disappeared. Like the wood, everything. It wasn't even just burning, it was just like fire. What else?
Elijah gave Elisha
So he runs into a boy his name is Elisha. That's how they meet. And then he does what?
Elijah gave Elisha his robe, and Elijah started following Elijah. Elisha served Elijah until Elijah had to leave earth.
Yeah, so that's how they meet. Now you got to read about Elijah because Elijah follows Elijah's steps. Now we're going to talk about how Elijah left earth. Because nobody just leaves earth. Don't we die?
Yes.
Okay, well, this is what makes you think of how he got here. So how does he leave?
A chariot of fire with horses with fire. Elijah was taken up by a whirlwind.
So there's this chariot of fire with horses of fire coming up. And this whirlwind, y'all know what a whirlwind is? It's like really fast wind, and it goes up. It went up and grabbed him, and he was elevated to the top. And he's gone.
So is he an angel?
No, but he's gone.
That's the
That's
best
So he
story
didn't die.
ever.
Wait, so that means he's technically.
He went up to heaven. He didn't die. He didn't even. He's not waiting anywhere. He's not waiting to be judged. He's in heaven already.
In the Bible, you know, did they ever like joke around? I know they probably don't say it in the Bible, but like, were these people for always serious, or were just like, you know, they had jokes?
Well, they're not gonna. They don't give you every detail of everything because it will be the book will be huge. They have to give you the facts. They can't give you like, and he laughed and she turned around. And they can't do that. But you kind of, you know, when brothers read the Bible, when Dad explains it, because I was like, so basically she was like, nah, I ain't gonna do what you want. Because that's kind of how, you know, you talk how you talk. We don't know how they were talking. We're reading something that was translated from the Greek into the Hebrew into English. So for all we know, they were like, no, I'm not gonna do that with the neck and everything else. Like, we don't know. We're just reading translations.
Okay.
You gotta put it in your mind. You gotta put it the way it's gonna make sense. Because remember, a lot of people with Judah and Israel, the Israelites, we don't just, no, I won't do what you say. We move, we do everything, right? So when it says, you know, when we watch this little story on Elijah stepping up to the king, and he literally just steps up, there will be no rain, no dew. There's no way that would just happen. He probably went in there, he probably looked a little scary, kind of big, kind of dark. He probably was Judah. We don't know the tribe. Hair kind of, you know, weird, big or whatever. And then he probably spoke loud, so everybody was like, who this? You know how when brothers speak loud, they're like, why is he so loud? We don't know. So it can't give us everything, but you kind of have to make sense of who they are. Naomi, what do you have?
I'm going over here.
Alright. What do we know about Daniel? Everybody else. Paola, come on.
Which Daniel?
There's only one Daniel. What do we know about Daniel?
Yeah, no matter.
Huh?
Is it son of David?
Yeah, easy.
Wait, who? Daniel. I don't know anything about him then.
Okay, anyone know anything about Daniel? Jose, Cristiano?
He's son
Well,
of
what
David.
Wait, was he king?
Huh?
He was king?
No, he's the son of King David.
Oh.
Alright, let's tell them about Daniel, Naomi.
He was the tribe of Judah, and he was the second son of David, and with his third wife, Abigail. He was known for interpreting dreams and telling people what their dream meant. His name meant God is my judge. His wife was Susanna. His strengths, he was faithful and he didn't like sin or anything, do anything wrong. He didn't have any flaws. And he had to go to he had to go somewhere with these people. He had to go to the king with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and they had to like eat with him, but Daniel didn't want to eat with them. And so he didn't eat with them. And then when the king was sleeping, he had a dream, and he asked his like sorcerers and people to tell them what it meant, but they didn't know. And so the king got mad and wanted all the wise people to be dead. And Daniel asked why they had to be dead. And the soldier told him why. And then Daniel told the king what his dream meant. And then the king made an image of gold and gathered everyone, and he told everyone to worship it, and if they didn't, they would die. And someone told the king that Shadrach, Meshach, and
had them get burned, and then they came out and their clothes were like brand new, and they were still white.
Wasn't he the guy from I don't know why, but there's some guy that went to Egypt. He was locked in a place with them, and then
That's Joseph.
yeah, but didn't he meet them?
Yes.
Like, they were the ones who told.
Joseph also knew how to read dreams.
Oh, I know that.
And then
What's
he
that
interpreted
movie?
the Pharaoh's
Yeah,
dream.
and he became Pharaoh's left hand.
No movie.
Similar story, not the same.
They made a movie of it.
Ooh, okay, I
Watched
thought they were
it.
the
Yeah, we're not talking about Joseph. Anybody knows Joseph? Dad. Yes.
Yes.
All right, well, Mola, what's going on? Turn around. Turn around. Okay. Who do you have?
I have.
Okay, what do we know about Paul?
Wasn't he a?
He was not a
He was not a disciple.
He was a
He
prophet.
was not a king.
No, wait, hold on.
Yes, he was a prophet.
Oh yeah.
What else?
Um,
Sit up.
Wasn't he like,
Anything else?
wasn't he like bad at first and then
Yeah.
he became like,
He also goes by Saul, and wasn't
He was Saul before he was Paul.
and he was killing a bunch of people for what they believed, like the
He was killing the Pharisees.
Yes.
But then he repented, so now we're talking about, so this is why we didn't talk about Saul, because we're talking about Paul. Are you, okay, just wait, I'm gonna get you. Okay, so now, we gotta know about Saul too, but we're not talking about Saul, we're talking about Paul, which is technically two different people, because when he stopped being who he was
was he like bipolar or something?
no, he changed who he was. He left the old man and became a new person. So what do we know about Paul, Shariah?
Paul was born in Tarsus, Turkey. He was an apostle, right? Apostle.
No, not an apostle.
It says he was an okay.
disciple.
No, yeah.
I'm sorry, apostle, yes. I thought you said disciple.
Okay. It said he was tribe of Benjamin.
Okay. Yeah, he's a Benjamin.
He was the son of Pharisee. Is that his name? That's how you say it.
He was sons of Pharisees. Yeah, Pharisees was his parents.
That's something else. He wasn't always good, and his name was Saul. It never actually said if he had a wife. It said somewhere that he didn't want one or something like that. I don't remember. Then I had something else, but I lost the other cards.
What?
It was I wrote down scripture that he said. Well, this is one. He said, "For that which I do, I allow not. For I would that I do, I not. But what I hate, I do."
Okay. That's one of the pictures that I love that he said. Let me get it. I'll tell you guys what it says. What is it?
7 and 15.
Romans 7 and 15.
I don't think I read it.
It says, "For that which I do, I allow not. For I would that do, I do not." Wait, hold on.
For that which I do allow not, for what I would that do I not, but what I hate that I do.
Yeah. See, I know what that means.
So this is talking about the when you do things that you know you're not supposed to, but you do them, and then you know what you're supposed to do, but you still don't do them. You do the things you hate. So you're like, oh, I hate when she does that, but you're doing the same thing. So for that which I do, I allow not. So the things that I do, I don't want anyone else to do. You all understand?
It's like someone has a pet peeve, but they do their own pet peeve.
Right. For what I would, I do not. So the things that I should do, I don't. But what I hate, I do. You end up doing the things you hate. Like, oh my God, you're like so annoying. Guess what? You become annoying because you're annoyed by the annoying person.
Like some people don't like when people chew loud, but that person actually chews loud.
Yeah.
I don't like when people talk too much, but I don't talk. I
If
talk
you
a
end
lot.
up talking a lot.
Some people don't like being touched, but they only touch people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got the idea. Yeah, the rest of you understand it?
Yes.
He says that, so everything he said had a point. But that's one of the things he says that. Then he says, if then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that is good. So, but say the Lord in me, for I know that in me, we're not good thing. So he says, because I know that in me, I have no good thing, for to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good, I find not. So, I know I'm not a good person. I know I don't have good in me. I'm not perfect. But to find a way to do good, sometimes I don't know how.
Ooh, that's poetic.
Everything he writes, it makes so much sense if you actually read. But this is only meant to be understood by us. If you give this verse to Esau, they're gonna be like, it's parables.
What is that?
That basically you're not supposed to understand. All right, who do we have next? Oh my God. What do we have?
I have Samuel.
What do we know about Samuel? Anybody? With
Is he a prophet? Is he king?
He is a prophet.
what do we know about him?
Wait,
He was a prophet.
Don't.
wasn't he a guy?
He's definitely a guy.
No, wait. I'm getting a lot of them confused, but I think he was the one who someone wanted someone's head off, and then he was
No, you're talking about
that girl, that wife that wanted.
that John the Baptist's head.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you need to read that story so you can get it out of your head.
I have a lot of stories that I'm mixing up.
Right. But this is why it's important for us to know all of them. Because some of them link up. So like you see his was with them. Now if somebody goes into Elisha, it will mix with his because they work together a lot. Elisha and Elijah together. Both of them.
Elisha?
I thought it was Alicia.
Elisha.
Yeah, I thought it was Elisha too.
Elisha. Sorry. My English is horrible. Elijah and Elisha. That's the one that he gave the robe to and follow him. Alright, so tell us about Samuel.
Samuel had two sons, Vashti and Abihai. You can find that in 1 Chronicles 6:28. Samuel was a prophet. 2 Chronicles 35:18. Samuel was one of the judges of Israel, and when he got old, he passed judgment down to his two sons. 1 Samuel 8:1. Samuel had two sisters and two brothers. 1 Samuel 2:21. Samuel was a minister. 1 Samuel 2:18. Hannah was Samuel's mom. 1 Samuel 1:20. Samuel had Samuel has two books in the Bible. 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel. Samuel and David were both seers of the Most High. 1 Chronicles 9:22.
Okay. My turn.
Who do you have?
I didn't get anybody. But what I do want you guys to do, before class is over, I'm going to give you guys another homework.
And when do we have to turn it in?
Next week. So you have a whole week this time. So you're going to tell me, who do you want to learn about? You want to learn more about Elisha now? Or Elijah? It can't be the same person.
See, that's what I like Elisha.
Now, if you're going to know about the same person, you need to know more than what you know now.
That's hard.
Huh?
That's hard.
It is.
No, it's not, because there's a lot more for it to him.
Really?
There's a lot more to him. Yeah. You skipped a lot. Before he died. Or, sorry, went up to heaven.
What's a really scary story to read?
You need to read about John the Baptist.
But no. I wanted to read something like like her thing, like Elijah came out of nowhere and disappeared.
Read about Lazarus.
Wait, about who?
Lazarus.
Who's that?
Read about him.
Well, can you tell me like a little bit?
Why did you pick these people for us?
Yeah.
First because I knew you didn't know nothing about them.
Nice, that's nice.
And I picked Samuel. Tiana didn't look into the background of how Samuel was born.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So that's why I picked him for you. the way everything happened and how he was picked to be sort of the Mosai and everything else.
Oh, I know what that is.
I picked Paul for Shariah because of the way Paul is. He was one way before and then he stopped being that way. And now he's trying to be right, but he's not all there, but he fights his own battles because he knows what he's supposed to do. But he's very outgoing, very professional, very smart. He knows what he wants now. He outspoken. Daniel, I just knew you understand who Daniel is. I just the way you said it was like you kind of knew him. He wanted to go to dinner, but he just didn't.
He did it.
Yeah, so I kind of knew you understand him. I've heard you talk about other people, but I've never heard you talk about David. And I know that they have a lot of background and a lot of story.
I don't talk about him, but I already knew.
Yeah, but like you have to know
I didn't know his mom.
personality, like how he is.
Wait,
Real quick.
Yeah.
Yes?
Who's Lazarus? And I just want to know a little bit about Lazarus.
I would like to
There's a
about
Noah.
You want okay? So then Arias, somebody write this down. Ariaga, Noah.
Ooh, key.
Okay.
Well, whatever you want to learn about.
Alexander the Great.
Yeah.
I like that story. We already read that. I already know everything about this.
Who?
Someone could be Joshua.
Who's Joshua? Oh wait, I know who Joshua is.
Oh, I was researching about this. You're right.
I know Joshua.
Who's that guy that was like the oldest?
Abraham?
The oldest person. It was Methuselah. Was it Methuselah?
No, I thought Abraham. That guy. I thought he's the oldest guy in the Bible. Abraham.
Abraham Lincoln?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
No, no.
Yes, he is.
No, wait. I mean, it's Adam.
No, it's not. It's
It was never Adam.
it's Abraham. That guy. I'm saying his name wrong.
Wasn't
Then he
it
went from
Methuselah?
Abraham.
He's the guy that sacrificed his son. That's the oldest.
No. He was
Okay,
going to,
hold
but
on.
then he didn't.
Hold on.
Yeah. No.
Guys, hello. Wait, we're not done here. Who do you want to? Okay, so Arias doing Noah. What are you doing?
I said I was gonna do King. No.
You said Great.
Yeah, Alexander the Great.
No.
Oh, right. I mean, I get that story.
No, I think maybe you should do.
Alright, you can watch Evan Almighty.
Do Isaac. Who's Isaac?
That's Abraham's.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Abraham's
Abraham was the oldest in the Bible, though, right?
I don't know that.
Mike told me that.
Wala. You gonna do Isaac? Do you know who
Yes,
he
it
is?
is.
Okay, then you do him. Banaya.
Yeah.
Who you gonna do?
I was Methuselah.
Who?
Okay.
Who?
Methuselah.
Who's that?
Jezebel?
Methuselah.
Oh, wait, I've heard of
I've
him.
heard.
Kiana, who do you want to
His
do?
story's awful.
Daniel? Daniel?
I want to know about Daniel.
You gonna do Daniel? Lazarus?
Why? What's up with Lazarus?
You like mystery. You want to do Lazarus.
I'm doing
What do you want to do?
Wait, can we do it on like physical things like hell
Yeah.
and heaven? That sounds fun.
No.
Sounds fun.
If you guys show me that you care, I can give you something physical, like
Hell.
who's, the person who saw heaven, the person who described hell.
Wait, someone saw heaven?
I don't know that, but that's what I'm saying. Like somebody described hell to the T. Yeah.
Can I change? I wanted to do the mother and the 7 sons.
Okay.
That one's interesting.
Naomi, anybody?
Maybe
Huh? Abraham? Do you know anything about him?
I know that he had to sacrifice his son, but then he didn't because then there was a
Okay.
And I know that I think his wife didn't have kids. There wasn't.
Someone should do a story on Lot.
I'm not.
Yeah,
not
no one
allowed.
knows. No, on his wife.
I'm not allowed right now.
Really?
She don't even have a name.
What? She's the girl that turned to.
How about Jacob?
Salt girl.
You know Jacob?
Who the heck?
Son of Isaac.
No. gonna do? You gonna do more on Elijah?
No,
Elisha.
Okay, anybody got that? Alright. I'm gonna have one thing to go over and then we're done with class. I need you guys to interact with me because I don't want to talk all the time. Y'all ready? Okay. So, who knows Captain Jack Sparrow?
Yeah.
Everybody knows him. What do we know about Captain Jack Sparrow?
He has an accent.
He's a pirate.
He's always drunk. His weakness is ladies.
He has an accent.
He's a pirate.
He stinks.
He's Johnny Depp. No,
thought-
like
He stinks.
He's dumb.
I thought Jack Sparrow
got
was
some dreads.
the
He has
white guy
dreads.
with his
All the jewelry.
he's Johnny Depp.
Jewelry
Look.
types.
Alright, somebody gave me, actually nobody gave me that. It's,
He's
alright, so we know Jack Sparrow.
yeah.
And who knows Jacob from the Bible? What?
Jacob is the son of Isaac.
But do you guys know, like, what
He's
does he
the-
smell
he's
like? What does he look like?
No.
His weaknesses, his strengths?
Is he poor?
Alright, let me tell you something.
He is.
Jack Sparrow and Jacob were similar. I know.
Oh my God.
So, they have a major flaw.
What did you say?
So Jacob is the one who stole Esau's birthright, right? Remember he put Harry on so that Dad can be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give you. Y'all remember that story? So you're doing Jacob, right?
That's
Okay.
he's on Jacob.
Wait, hold on. He put hair on his arms.
Yeah.
Jacob
He made
was
his
the
because Esau was hairy. He made himself. Actually, his mother helped him, so she's also a little
She is.
trick. So she helped him, but because Abraham couldn't see, he was like, I'm giving you the birthright. So basically, Jacob stole. Jacob means Jacob, which is taking advantage of it.
Really? Oh, so he ran his fingers through his hair.
But
and he's like,
Captain Jack Sparrow is the same way. He's not a bad guy, but he takes advantage of things that he can't get. So they're tricksters. So Jack Sparrow is an opportunist. He says, take all you can and give nothing back. Doesn't he say that?
Yes.
Not very hard, I don't think so. But Jacob, his name means grass, Jacob.
Stop.
stop.
He's grabbing on the scene.
Okay, you're older than him.
He's grabbing on the
Stop. We're not arguing in class while it's recording and people watching us. So here's the things. In the end, these both men were redeemed. So Jacob wasn't, he went and talked to his brother, and Jack Sparrow went and fixed his issues. So Jack, he saved his friends. Did he not? Did you
Yeah,
also
in
that
the
part?
last movie.
Yeah, and he freed the Caribbean from the tyrants, and he was regarded as a hero. Who would call him a hero? Nobody, because he's a drunk and everything else. What about Jacob? He humbly sought his brother's forgiveness and depended on the Mosai alone. He said, okay, forgive me, I did that to Esau. Alright, let's talk about the second
It was
thing.
mama did the
So that, we're
butt.
talking about being deceitful, and that's what these two people had in common, but they did redeem themselves. What?
Jack Sparrow was
We're not talking about Jack Sparrow right now, babe. We're gonna talk about the Incredibles now. Violet, who knows her?
I do. I know. She's
Violet?
What is she like?
She's very to herself, Dart. You know.
Very
She's
shy,
probably a
she's
Catholic.
emo.
Yeah.
Huh?
She's black hair. She has
She's got the body like Rihanna.
she's skinny.
Okay, who in the Bible reminds you of her?
Someone who's evil person.
No.
Esther.
Esther.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Violet is shy, insecure teenager who fears rejection by her peers. I don't know who Violet is, this is new to me.
She's like you.
She's the daughter of Mr. Incredible and Elastic Girl. Really? Oh, okay, they have a kid. Okay. So she can turn invisible. So her invisibility symbolizes the desire of a boy being seen because she fears attention. That's her. Especially from this boy she likes, which I didn't know. She's afraid of rejection and worried that she's not going to be worth enough, blah, blah, blah. So there's a young girl in the Bible that's like her, and that's Esther, like we said. She became the queen of Persia. Years later, she learned that the plot was to destroy the Jews. She was afraid to go to her husband, the king. In those times, anyone who went before the king without permission could be put to death, which is what he actually did to his last wife. Remember?
She didn't want to make that sandwich. No,
He didn't want to make that sandwich, exactly. So Esther overcame her fears when Mordecai helped her realize she could not remain silent. So she was one that just stays quiet and talk, and she had to come out of that to help and save everybody else. That's how her and Violet are alike.
Yes, Veggie Tales.
That's
Hashtag not
I didn't know we were talking about.
But it didn't show that.
So the difference between Violet and Esther is that Violet had to fight giant robots and Esther didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
So that talks about fear. Now, who's seen Cars?
Easy cars.
Who's the main character?
Lightning McQueen.
What is he like?
I thought it was
He's a little bit like, he's such a show off and like out there.
This is how fast he's greedy. He always wants to win. Like
He's not greedy. He's not greedy. He just
so much fun buzzing.
he's like fast he is. He's a show off. He likes attention.
That
Less attention.
he's 95. That's how fast he is. 95.
Okay. Anything else about him?
False. No, we'll talk this later. Like,
Okay, so he's obviously, you know what a rookie is?
yes.
They call him that because he's new and they got old cars playing this. So, the only bigger thing that Lightning McQueen's ego,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, that's his ego. He was big. He had no pit crew because he didn't need one, right? We're talking about the first movie here. He doesn't see the need for anyone because he calls the shots. So he didn't want no one doing anything. He wanted to do it himself.
right.
He can even think of one single friend
Exactly.
to invite to the bigger race. Remember? He couldn't invite. He's like, oh, invite everybody to the race, and he's like, okay, no friends.
What about next?
So Lightning has a character for hush. He was very prideful.
Wait.
When stuck in the little town of Radiator Springs, he discovers that there's an entire beautiful world of friends and everything else.
Oh my god.
So someone here learned about him, and the one that reminds me of him when we talked about Lightning McQueen. We talked about it.
Oh
It's no. What the frick? Is it?
Prideful.
That's not a name.
Wait, who did our
Wasn't he? Wasn't he prideful?
Who did our
Daniel wasn't prideful.
It was Elijah.
no, it wasn't.
It was Daniel.
Daniel had no flaws.
It was our
It was Simon Peter, remember? I'll die for you right now.
Oh yeah.
How was that prideful?
Because he didn't actually die
I'm
for
gonna go
him.
over it.
Well, no, duh.
Listen, okay, listen up. Simon Peter could be considered Jesus' right-hand man during the Messiah time on earth, but his pride seemed to be in conflict with the Spirit of Christ. Peter took great pride in himself, so he was very strong. He even went so far as to say in Luke, he said, I am ready to go with you to prison and to death. I'll go with you to jail and I'll die for you. When they caught Christ and took him to jail, was he there with him? Did he say, I know him, I'm going? What did he do?
He hid.
He's like,
They
you
say,
good.
hey, you know him. What did he say?
No.
He said,
Nah.
you good.
Yep. I tell you, Peter. This is what he said. I tell you, Peter. Before the rooster crows today, you will deny me 3 times that you know me. What did he say? I'll never deny you, right?
I will die for you.
And Proverbs 16:18 says that pride leads to destruction, and Peter became a living example of this truth. He destroyed himself because of his pride.
Jesus was like, I call bluff.
Lightning McQueen, it kept him from knowing friendship, from getting help, from and turning his back on his best friend. He wasn't humble. That's about pride. Now we know a little bit about Simon Peter that he was very prideful. Next one. Who knows Spider-Man?
I know Spider-Man. Which
Spider-Man.
one though? Tom Holden or
He's
the
Spider.
other ones?
We're talking about
Spiderweb.
we're talking about the one where remember the dad already died. Harry Osborn's dad died, and the guy thinks the Spider-Man killed him.
Eh.
What?
Y'all never seen that part?
No, wait, are we talking about
yes.
the fat one,
Yes.
the first guy, the second guy that's really skinny and married the whatever?
Let me go over it. Let me go over it.
Oh, wait,
So Harry Osborn blames Spider-Man for his father's death.
Mm.
He wants revenge. Harry Osborn is the one that his dad is in the mirror and he's like,
He put the suit on. He put the suit on. Yeah.
Who? Wait, but huh?
What's the first?
it's the first one.
Yeah.
His anger consumes him in the second movie. In the second movie, he discovers Spider-Man is his best friend, Peter Parker. But that doesn't stop him. In the second movie, he still wants revenge.
Yep.
Peter Parker has to pay for what he did, Harry thinks. In Spider-Man 3, he's dead set upon revenge. He has to kill him. If not by Peter, then he'll get someone else to do it. Who is like Harry?
Out of us?
The one who wants revenge and who wants everybody dead, who wants him dead.
Oh, it was
Jonah.
Jonah.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, Jonah. The fish-eating prophet.
He wanted everyone dead because the Most High wouldn't kill them.
Right, was chosen by the Most High to deliver a message to sinful people. The city could be destroyed in 40 days unless they repented. Jonah delivered the message for all the destruction. Like Harry, he wanted the guilty to get what was coming to them. He got himself a place to sit with a view of the city so that he could see the destruction. He's like, I'm gonna be up here. I'm gonna see everybody getting destroyed there. Right here, and y'all over there, right? First hand, he wanted to have first hand. But when the people of Nineveh repented, the Most High showed them compassion and spared them. So guess what? No destruction, no show, right?
Yeah.
This made him mad. His anger burned. Like just like Harry and Jonah, they were blinded. They were like, no compassion. No, they have to pay for what they did. So Harry, it subsides in the face of truth because he forgave. He realized his mistake and put his anger away, and became Peter's indispensable ally. Which I don't know I don't remember that part.
They made that.
Yeah, and then y'all know what happened with Jonah, right?
Yeah.
So Harry and Jonah have that problem, which is anger. Next one. I don't know who. Okay, who's seen the Lord of the Rings?
Oh, I see.
Some, right?
Yes.
So there's this character called Aragorn in the Lord of the Rings. He's a lot like Moses. So there was self-imposed exile trying to escape dark past. So they didn't want to remember their past.
Oh.
So this character in the Lord of the Rings, he's an heir to the throne. But his rightful throne was tarnished by the power hungry of the legacy of the ancestors, King S.O.W, which I don't know who that. I don't know the story. When asked why he's afraid to take the throne, he said, "The same blood flows my veins, the same weakness. So I am as weak as much blood I got in my body."
Yeah.
He thought he was too weak. So in Exodus 2, Moses also doesn't want to do it because of his past. He killed an Egyptian. Remember that? When he was running out killing the Egyptian, who witnessed that beating an Israelite. Remember that?
Yes.
In Exodus 3, the Most High speaks to Moses and tells him, go back to Egypt and deliver the Israelites. And he doesn't want to because he doesn't want to go to jail.
And then he made up all these excuses.
Right, and Moses is afraid.
He was like hanging off lamb, so he told him to get his brother.
Aaron.
Yeah, he seems to try to think of every excuse you can not to go. But just like the other guy from the Lord of the Rings, he eventually overcomes his fears and he delivers his people from bondage. Showing that, again, they have flaws and he redeemed themselves, right?
Yeah.
So this shows you that all the superheroes that you guys are talking about have bad things that they did. Same thing with the people in the Bible. No one was just like, everybody commit mistakes, but the ones who did wrong did what? They redeemed themselves, right?
Yeah.
They repented, they asked for forgiveness, they asked for help, one or the other, right? Okay, so a couple questions and we're closing. Think about your favorite movie or TV hero. Yeah. Huh? Favorite character? Superman or
Batman, Iron Man.
Batman, Iron Man. Think of somebody. Spider-Man.
Kippy.
Who's the other guy? Black Panther. Okay, so let's think about Superman. What was his flaw?
I'm gonna buy good night. Got him.
Okay. Now let's think about something about yourselves.
Okay.
Wait, who can tell me what is Benaya's strength?
He reads and he's smart like his dad.
He's smart. How about weakness?
Bananas.
Yeah, what do we call it?
It's being called something.
Yes.
It's being called a certain
Batman's
word.
weaknesses.
Being called a certain word makes you react wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. What are Mawala's strengths? Someone who likes him.
He's when he sees that you need help, he's there. He's whenever I need help.
So
he's
he
always
helps. He helps when without I being asked.
What is this?
Most of the time, people that's not your family. Alright? Okay, enough?
Yes.
Okay, what are his weaknesses?
Video games. He doesn't like to help. He's very selfish.
Video games, be nice. Video games. That's definitely his weakness, which she's working on. Let's talk about our strength.
He's really chill. He's laid back.
He's also helpful. He wants to help.
He wants to help. That's very true.
He's cute.
Even if you don't want him to, he's there.
Yes.
Cute is not a strength. What's a weakness, Tiano?
My weakness is.
No, not you. No one gets to tell their own. This is what people say.
Sometimes he's like, he's so helpful that he wants it to go his way. Like, he's so helpful that he wants it. He's control.
He doesn't like when someone
So
younger
Simon
tells
Peter
him.
was perfect for him.
I'm sorry.
Simon Peter was perfect for him. Jonah will be perfect. We going over. What's he going over?
Noah.
Noah. Okay. Strengths for Quartet.
She's nice, helpful.
Yes.
She's strong.
She's smart.
She really to herself, like in a serious light. Besides from me, from everyone else.
Strengths.
She's smart.
Okay. Weaknesses.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
really don't.
I know
Yeah,
her weakness.
right.
When she gets yelled at or something.
No, it's disappointing someone she loves.
Yes.
True. Very true. You don't like doing that, so you do everything you can, even if you don't want to. That was the point.
Not true.
So much you love. That was very good because I don't get that.
Hold up.
My weakness is.
No, I'm saying like for me.
Kryptonite.
No, but that's very true. Isaiah is very, very chill and will be helpful, but she doesn't like disappointing, which her eyes are like almost watering over here because she likes to make. I think it's mostly her mom.
I don't have weakness.
Yeah, she likes to enjoy disappoint.
I don't have
Let's talk about Naomi.
Okay.
Strength for Naomi.
She's very
I
strong.
don't have weakness at all.
She has a creative mind.
We're not talking about you, Aria. We're talking about other people. Come on, pay attention.
She has a creative mind.
Creative mind.
She's creative.
She's open-minded.
She's funny.
Okay.
She's willing.
Weaknesses.
No, I don't. I guess it's. She's a little sensitive.
She's short.
I'm very sensitive.
She's really short.
I think her.
No, because Noah
phone,
has.
yeah.
No,
Not on phone.
because Noah
No,
has
you
a
would
bald
think.
spot.
Literally, it's not that. It's probably like.
How did that think so?
Noah.
Not right.
It's because Noah has
You
his
parents
bald
can find
spot.
1,000 flaws about you.
It's because Noah has his bald spot.
Exactly. So
Because they
I
know
know.
Noah.
Noah's my weakness.
Yeah, because he has a bald spot.
He's not.
All right, let's talk about Shariah. What's her strengths?
She's.
You're a bookworm.
The strength she is working on her phone.
Aria.
No, Aria. What are you talking about? Come on, man. You guys gotta think before you speak.
She's a person you can talk to when you're sad or you're
Okay,
bad.
you talk to her.
Tea with. Yes, yeah. Because they argue too much, that's why.
Okay, what about weaknesses?
The world.
Saying mean things like, like,
She says
She
she
had no.
she
She
says
did.
she doesn't talk to somebody. She doesn't mean.
You said what?
Guys, we're not talking about things you hate about her. We're talking about weaknesses.
Dang.
I never said it.
well, like when we talk about it, like her hair.
I don't mind. It's I have no filter, and I there's one word, there's one thing you can say to me that will make me go off on you.
What? What is it?
it's not for you. It's not you guys. It's people at school. When they call me
That's what I'm saying.
a bad word, I literally start screaming and yelling.
Her weakness are that she gets upset fast. But on the flip side, she gets unupset fast too.
How does that make sense?
She turns from when
She gets upset fast, but then she gets over it.
Oh, fast.
All right, Tiano, quick stress.
She's helpful. She's too helpful. It's good.
Too helpful. Let's talk about weaknesses.
She's too helpful.
It's
good and
but
bad.
her weakness.
Yeah, I know her
everything
weakness.
she does, she thinks like
Ariana.
Yeah, she thinks everything she does is right.
like she thinks that everything that she
Ariana.
does is everybody else
That's
is
you.
like every time she paints something, it's like
Everyone does. Everyone does that.
Everybody does that.
I know, but like she used to do that when we were little, and everybody used to say that.
No, it's she thinks she's never wrong. That's
A lot of people think that.
we're gonna talk to class. We're gonna talk to class.
Weaknesses, I think sometimes you don't think you do enough, which is why you're always doing.
A what?
But it's a good thing because we're supposed to know that we're not enough and we're not doing enough. That way you're always moving. You don't think you don't made it and you reach a level and you good. You good until Christ come back. Never think that way.
Trusting that too.
Yes, let's do my turn. I can't say it by myself. What are my strengths?
I mean,
People
Shemai,
can talk to you.
Shemai,
People can talk to you.
Yeah.
Even people who don't like
Even people who don't like you can talk to you. Even when you're mad, even when someone's mad at you, they can talk to you.
It's like you're that
Okay.
one person like
Shemai,
they're
what?
You just have a good vibe.
Yes.
Okay, what about my weaknesses?
You sometimes have no filter.
You have no filter, that's true. My weakness is food, actually.
Yes.
I
Sweets.
No, I stopped eating, but it's just as a whole, I don't know how to control that. So that's one thing I'm getting help with like this child sometimes, and like not overeating, not eating sweets, stuff like that.
Can he come in his walker?
Yeah, that's fine. Let's do Matanaya since she's right there.
Oh,
Yay!
What are her strengths?
her baby.
she's really nice.
She's
She's
really
really
nice.
nice.
Really nice.
She'll tell you. She'll tell
Okay.
you.
She gives me this comfortable, like I feel at home when I'm with her. Like,
Yes.
Oh. Okay, don't make her cry. She's pregnant. Okay, what about weaknesses?
insecure. You feel
Yes.
like you don't do
Like your belly. Like
She's
you're trying
doubtful.
to hide it.
That's what it is.
yeah, there you go.
Like she wants to get in, but she's like, I'm gonna get in the shower, but maybe later. That's what she is. My insecurity is kind of like, I don't know if they're gonna like this.
Yeah, that.
This is Laura.
Laura. Try your next.
We're doing everybody.
I don't think I know your
Stress.
She's outgoing. Laura's outgoing.
She's protective.
I'll go in and protective. All right.
She's very protective.
Very protective. Let's talk about weakness.
Oh, you get like you
I would be like, my girls, they got all quiet with me.
What's my mom? What's my mom's weakness?
All right, let's not this during your laundry out here. How about someone else? Weaknesses on Laura. No, weaknesses on Laura.
I know you got something to say, Martha. I just say.
Oh, I thought the kids were doing this.
Weaknesses on Laura, guys?
Oh, I know. Go, Shariah.
No way.
No one?
No, it's not.
Just say it. I don't make you cry.
Your daughter. You're the daughter.
It's your daughter. Yeah. You're the daughter.
Oh,
yeah.
I think it's the situation, not the daughter itself.
Right.
The fact that she's not here. Okay, there's a Shira.
Strengths.
She's comfortable to be around.
She carries
She's like Matanaya, they said. She's Matanaya.
Excuse
Huh?
me, she's like me.
That's right.
That is true.
That's our first strength.
For thumbs up strength. All right,
I
what about
see that.
weaknesses? Who do thumbs up strength?
I know a weakness though.
What?
When someone like
I know what it is.
does something to
Nah, he can't say it.
Okay, no, yeah, you can't say it because you're the son. What?
Because it's Benaya.
It is
it's
Benaya?
definitely
It is
Benaya.
Benaya.
It's Benaya.
That's
All
right. hard.
Guys, we're gonna do questions up?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your
not agree.
What are Quetzalcoatl's strengths?
He knows everything. He's very smart and
Very smart. Come on, you go who's
He
third?
says the Bible.
I gotta tell y'all.
No.
No.
Listen to what they're saying.
You're smart.
You're very outgoing.
You
do
know
the
all
Bible
know what
and it gives you
pyramid is,
strength.
so it's okay.
You do the Bible.
All right, you do the Bible.
Right.
All right, now what weaknesses? Don't the kids cannot speak. Weaknesses.
I don't know.
Oh, wow. I'm not really around very much.
No, it's not that. It's just that can't say stuff about you because that's a little disrespectful.
Say it. We're open right now.
I don't know. You're a little scary.
I'm a little what?
Not like to where you make me uncomfortable. Just like
It's because he's big and tall. And
yeah, like that. That's why.
Okay, what's his weakness?
He always
That's
is
your
mad.
weakness.
Huh?
He looks mad all the time.
Yeah.